What's up? This is Coach Joe Urso with Dime U. You are in the Man Cave Sport Podcast. Now drop that beat.
Drawing the keys on this shit now.
Yes, y'all. You know what it is. You are tuned in to the Man Cave Sports Podcast. I'm your man, Wild Carl Moore on the MIC. I got my bro with me, Mr. Mike T. What's good with you, bro?
Hey man, I'm here, man. You see me representing the U. I'm here representing the U today. Um, I just got some good news. I got my birth certificate cleared. You might see me within 2 weeks. I'm gonna make my debut.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, so I'm happy, man.
Hey,
Urso told me to do a slant on Sunday. I didn't have the right shoes on, but I went out there yesterday and ran a few routes. I still got it.
oh man. Hey, Coach, can you confirm or deny if you still got the juice? You still got the juice?
I asked him to run a route, and he delayed until a later time. So I have not physically witnessed this.
So, all right, word. And as always, hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in. As the Shenanigans is already at a full-time high right now here in D-Man Cave. Hey, y'all know who that is? That is Dime U's head coach, the one and only Joe Urso. How we doing today, Coach, man?
Good, fellas. Good. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, always a pleasure. Obviously, Coach Urso is not new to this. He's definitely true to this. Back again for another episode of the Man Cave Sports
The
Podcast.
sixth member.
Yeah, the sixth member. But he is actually here. We're going to help promote Dime U. We'll get to that in just a second. Hold your horses. We'll talk all the Dime U talk. All right. One of the premier 7-on-7 programs in the America going on right now. Just in case you didn't know. Just in case. But we'll get to that. We're going to talk a little sports with our man, Coach Urso. And I want to start here, coaches, because we're going to need some of your coach expertise here. All right. Because there was a coach in Denver, Colorado. All right. Won a championship a couple of years ago. Took them to the playoffs last year. A fourth seed as we record this right now. But he got kicked. He got kicked to the can. That man got fired. You talking about Mike Malone. Surprising firing. Mike Malone got fired by the Denver Nuggets and right before the playoffs start. So I'm coming to you, Coach. I need we like I said, we need your coach expertise on that. It kind of help fans understand how does a situation like this happen. A winning coach is no longer there 3 days before the playoffs start. Man, can you help us understand this situation? What's going on, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to bring much clarity to it, but because it doesn't make sense to me either. To me, the timing speaks to there must be some kind of internal larger issue going on. It has the decision probably has very little to do with basketball and much more to do with something behind the scenes that we don't know about and probably won't know about for quite some time. Because, most times in life I've found in my now 46 years, 1 + 1 typically equals 2. When it equals 3 or equals 5,
something ain't right.
You're not getting all the information. So, nothing about that situation makes sense. So yeah, I think there's something else went down that we don't know about yet.
No doubt. I kind of got the same sentiments. Mike T, what you think, bro?
So, just like Coach Urso, I am kind of baffled by this. It's confusing, but again, like he said, we know something happened. Somebody fought, or something close to that. Something bad happened in that locker room, and I don't know what it is. But on the flip side of what I will say is this: I'm about to sound like a hypocrite. I'm all for player empowerment. But if we don't stop this, man, in the next 10 years, they're going to be firing owners. Like, they could just go just randomly and say, hey, we don't want this owner no more. We want him out just for no reason. Because this has player empowerment written all over it.
Mm.
Forget his resume. This is before the playoffs.
Mm.
Like, don't the playoffs start in 2 weeks or 1 week?
Real soon. Too soon.
So this to me, it just feels like the players wasn't feeling him no more, and they went to the front office, and the front office was like, well, they didn't even go to the front office because they fired the GM too.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to the owner, straight to the owner, and said, hey, we got to get him out of here because we don't like him. And it's going to be interesting because are they going to keep the same team next year?
Mm.
Because if they don't go too far in the playoffs, what's going to happen?
They're gonna have to blow it up.
And if they blow it up, then what you fire the coach for? You know, I mean, why did you fire the coach if you're gonna blow it up anyway?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think Mike Malone didn't deserve this. Well, unless we find out something else,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, unless he was a PJ Carlesimo, you know what I'm saying, and he was in that joint tripping. Until then,
I almost uttered that name a minute ago, but I thought some of y'all's viewers might not even remember that, depending on how young they are.
listen, Google him then.
Google.
Oh,
Google.
I know.
Yeah, if you're too young,
No, we know.
If you're too young,
But
Google
if
PJ.
it was a him and Latrell Sprewell situation,
Yeah.
we'd have heard.
Matter of fact, Google Latrell Sprewell.
Yes. Hey, and younger crowd that watch us understand like Latrell Sprewell was famous for more than just his line of rims. Trust me. He was more famous than just his line of rims.
He was a basketball player before any of that.
He was a fantastic basketball player, but he did not take no mess, and PJ Carlesimo found out the wrong way. He FAFO. So, hey, I'm like y'all guys. I don't know what to make of this. I do know one thing. Hopefully, whenever the information comes out, us as basketball fans can finally understand on why you made this move. Until then, it's very perplexing. It's very confusing. It goes against exactly what you've been building because let's not forget that Mike Malone gave you something you never had before. That's called a championship. All right. So when you get rid of a coach that brought you something you've never had before, it better be for a damn good reason. Damn good reason. And it better be like idiot proof reason why it happened. It better be something that makes 100% total sense. It can't be no half-ass John Cena, I turned heel because of this reason reason. It needs to be legit. It needs to be legit. All right. That's all I'm asking for, different nuggets. Otherwise, you easily took yourselves out of championship contention for the next couple of years, depending on the coach. Because I think coaching matters that much, regardless of who's on your roster. You got a good roster, but if you can't coach it, I don't know what you're gonna do with it. So, for instance, back me up on this, coach. 90s Bulls was great. The roster was great. Do we know what they would have been without Phil?
We have no idea. We'll never know.
Lakers were great. Do we know what would be without Phil? Boston had some success. Do we know what they'd be without Red Auerbach? UCLA, do we know what they'd be without John Wooden? Coaching matters, so that's all I'm going to say on that. We'll move on.
Yeah, because I was about to give a mean take about Phil Jackson.
Ooh, hey. I mean, if you want to drop it, go ahead.
All I'm going to say is, do we know what Phil would be without them?
That's fair.
Because Phil didn't do good when he had bum teams.
That's fair. And that's a fair point. And that's a
Y'all
fair
call Paul Gasol quick.
Called him quick. Hey, Paul, what you doing?
Y'all had Smush Parker.
You ain't doing nothing in Memphis, bro. Come on. Oh, Smush. Come on, dog. Oh, you bringing some names out. Stop.
I won 30 games with Smush Parker.
Hey,
Phil
dog.
Jackson.
We just lost half our viewership because them young cats had who Smush? What?
Like, what's a smush?
What's a Smush? Anyway, hey man, let's keep it moving. All right, coach. I'm gonna need your assistance right here. Kind of controversial topic. Look, obviously you coach high school and you coach 7-on-7, 2 different rules on celebrations.
Uh-oh.
Cool. We got one guy that was getting in trouble for celebrating like this. And then now he's like, all right, well, let me do this. So he switched up from guns to bombs. I don't think that's probably the right move. Coach, help us out, man. What kind of you telling your players when it comes to celebration? Obviously, like I said, you got to separate that line from 7-on-7 in high school. I don't know what to make of this Ja situation because me and Mike didn't already beat it to a dead horse. I thought we got to Ja. I thought we got somewhere. Give us the coach's talk. So hopefully, if he watches, listen to you because he ain't listening to me and Mike. He ain't listening to us, bro.
Ja, and I don't think Ja gonna listen to anybody because Ja gonna do what Ja gonna do. This is, I don't want to make it a generational thing, but it is. I think it's just some people of a certain age feel as though they're going to do what they do, and it's your job to deal with it. I mean, in terms of celebrations, I'm torn because you got to say you're talking to somebody that played arena football for 12 years, where a celebration is emphasized and encouraged, and there are zero rules on it. You can basically do anything outside of take off your uniform, and it is allowed. So I'm always torn because I understand obviously you have to abide by the rules of the game, whatever level that is, whether it's high school, college, 7-on-7, the pros. But yeah, it's tough because personally, I think celebrating and getting excited is part of the game, and it adds to the game and it adds to the energy of the game. As far as like our level, like high school and 7-on-7, the biggest issue that we run into sometimes is with consistency. I'm fine with the ref throwing a flag for something if it's thrown every time that action is done, but it's inconsistent. Like we had not to go off topic, but we had a tournament up in Delaware, first tournament of the year. We scored a touchdown, spun the ball, no problem at all.
Yeah.
2 games later on a different field, we scored a touchdown, spun the ball, we get a penalty, and now we can't attempt our 2-point conversion. And it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Ja goes, it's really hard to tell millionaires what to do.
Yeah.
Unless the penalty is to make them not millionaires.
Ooh. Yeah.
You want to get through to somebody, you got to hit them where it hurts. And again, this is not me saying that I got any hate for Ja and celebrating or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying if that's the result that they want.
Yes. No, I hear you.
That's what you have to do.
I hear you. Because and the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, because I just think it's I think it can go different avenues. Now, I'm not a fan of Ja always getting in trouble for this. Sure. I wish he would find a way to not get in trouble. But I'm also of the same thinking where we're in America where, let's be honest, violence.
Don't do that.
Hold on. Hear me out, Mike. No, hear me out, Mike. No, hear me out. I think it's a little contradictory of how we are in America. We want to control and express certain expressions and views of people, but our society is so jacked up on the outside. But they're saying you can't have it in here. What I'm saying is, I think 2 things can be right at the same time. The NBA as a whole has a rules and regulations. They're telling you, Ja, don't do it. I'm fine with that. That's their business. But what I'm saying is like, we look at society as a whole. There's so many things that are just jacked up that we're living in, but you're still trying to control people's the way that they talk only when it comes to your content, which he is the content of that.
That's the reason. See, I'm not.
No, that's why we're having this conversation, bro. Come on.
That is the reason why this younger generation acts the way they act, what you just did. Ja is not in trouble because Ja shoots the gun. Everyone does that.
Yes.
Ja is in trouble because he was actually in the club showing us on IG with a gun. That's why Ja is in trouble.
Yes.
Like us adults, nowadays more than any time in my lifetime, it's always black and white thing. And I don't mean race.
Yes.
When someone does something bad, it's always, but this is how society is. No.
Is either right or wrong.
You cannot keep doing that because that's why these kids think they can just get away with the stuff that they get away with. It has to be some type of consequences. Period. For example,
and that's the thing is it's how it influences the kids. Again, I mean, I think the gun celebration, the arrow celebration, like all that shit is cool. But the reason professional leagues want to limit that stuff is because the kids are the ones that look up to it, and then they think, oh, well, he's doing it, so it's cool. That's something I want to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I see it.
I'm with you on that, Coach. It's the influence part. That's fair. We can have that.
And I see it again on the 7-on-7 circuit. There are 10U teams, 10-year-old kids and younger playing that when they celebrate, doing the same stuff y'all saw our player do.
The 18U and the 15U. Yeah.
But I'm saying on the ground.
Yes, I saw that celebration. Yes.
10-year-olds doing that because that's what they see the older guys do.
I got you.
But see, this is why I'm glad I really didn't want to. This is on the Stephen Lake list. I'm not talking about Ja no more. Because we're taking it off of Ja. Because let's say this. Do y'all remember what Ja used to do? He was gritty.
Yeah, he used to.
He's doing this on purpose because he got in trouble for the guns. Because like Urso said earlier, this generation is the effort generation.
Yeah.
So he's mocking them.
Yeah.
At this point.
Because everybody wants to be a troll.
Yeah. So that's the bigger issue. The bigger issue is that he knows better. He's been talked to by this. Listen.
Okay.
Let me bow my head real quick.
No, I see where
David Stern is rolling over in his grave right now. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Stern dead?
Yeah,
he died the same. I think he died the year Kobe died, right? Or the year before.
Yeah.
I didn't know he died. I knew he stepped down. I forgot that he died.
No. He been gone for a minute.
Yeah, he been gone.
I didn't even realize.
At least 5 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
too much other stuff on my mind.
No, it's because Coach, you've been busy being a great coach. I got it. We got you. We got you.
Yeah. We gotta. If we want these youngins to achieve greatness, get all the money, get all the success, and all that type of stuff, they have to grow up. And sometimes tough love is most of them are missing. They get love, don't get it twisted, but they don't get the tough love. And I think that's what needs to get back into not just sports, but just in general in society. We got to get back to tough love. Like I would never say that I want a player fined. Seriously, I might say it jokingly.
Yeah.
But if you got to find them to get across to them, then
got you. Yeah. No. And I think you bring up great points, Mike. And I don't want what I said of two things being right at the same time get misconstrued, because I 100% agree with what you're saying. We got to do better in society as parents, coaches, because all this could be avoided. Does Ja deserve some of this blame? Yes, because it's his behavior. All right.
Every time Adam Silver tries to give the face of the league to somebody,
he says no.
He be like, Ja,
you want it?
I want you to be the face of the league. Hey, Ant, I want you to be the face of the league. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Zion, I want you to be the face of the league. I'm out 50 games. It's like, bruh.
I'm out 50 games. I can't.
Like, to me,
I can't.
How was the 80s, let's say the 80s, because we all born in the 80s. How was the 80s, the Bammers snorting lines, riding a commercial?
Allegedly.
Well, according to Michael Jordan.
Well, I'm just gonna throw in allegedly the line part. Now,
I'm gonna say according to Michael Jordan. According to Michael Jordan, they were snorting lines. They were taking commercial flights. They didn't have all these facilities. They didn't get paid all this money, and they seem like better role models than the ones that kids got now.
This is crazy, bro. Hey, man. Look, I don't hate your argument. We'll see what the younger heads got to say. I don't know, man. I don't know the true answer for it, but I do agree. David Stern would have put an end to this a long time ago. They would have took that contract and voided it and said, bro, get out. I'm being serious. Mike, am I lying? David Stern would have said, hey, man, I didn't try everything. You not listening. Get out.
He would have told him to roll out when he got suspended for the gun.
He'd have told him to get out.
That Bama told Allen Iverson, he heard Allen Iverson's album and said, no, hell no. You want to play in this league? You better not drop this.
Hey, dog, put in a whole rule. Hey, man, y'all take that old jerseys off. Suits. If you ain't playing, you in a suit. That's what he said. That's what David Stern said. So, like you said, I think there is a fine balance that needs to happen between consequences and actions, and I think that changes a lot of things for real. That would change a lot of things. But hey man, whew, I know basketball heating up. We just had the March Madness in Final Four. The results of it, we know what happened. Like I didn't see the Lady Gamecocks getting. Can we give more credit to the Huskies, or do we blame South Carolina for not showing up? Mike, talk to us, man.
This is brief. You give UConn the props for showing up.
Keep it simple and greasy. Shout out to Paige Beckers. Shout out Gino, number 12. Ooh, man. Could you imagine 12 championships you had on your resume, coach?
No, sir.
Man.
Doesn't get much more impressive than that.
No doubt. You giving more credit to Gino and UConn for just showing up and being 12-time champs?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you gotta I'm a believer in, you win games, by showing up. You don't just inherit the victory. So, they went out, they did what they had to do, regardless. You play who's on your schedule. In this case, they played the version of South Carolina that showed up that day. So that's on them.
Yeah, no, great point. Because that was a version of South Carolina I've never seen before. To get blown out by 34 plus points. That was crazy.
Don't worry. Dawn Staley didn't. You see what she just did? She got the NCAA leading scorer, the transfer portal.
She all right.
She ain't tripping.
Hey, we'll talk about transfer portal in just a second. Hey, let's flip over to the men's side. Man, great game. I thought it was a great game between Houston and Florida. Did it fall down the way that you guys expected? Go ahead, Coach Urso.
To be honest, I did not even get to watch it. All I saw was highlights at the end. I did expect Florida to pull it out. I think obviously the surprise was Duke not making it to the championship game. But yeah, I mean, I think you had four great teams, and I think the odds-on favorite to win it won it in my estimation.
No doubt. Mike T, Final Fours, man. Houston, they kind of let it slip out their hands, man. Did you get the result that you expected?
Let me just keep it brief with this. Florida won again. Congratulations to that program. Again, they earned it. Like I said, with UConn, they earned it. Houston needed a little bit more scoring. They had a great defense, but they needed a little bit more scoring. Maryland, look at this. The four teams that was left, one was Nike, one was Jordan, and then one was Under Armour. I'm just telling you.
Hey,
I get it. I'm a Marylander. I'm supposed to love Under Armour, but I love winning more. Let's get back to Nike.
That had something to do with it.
A little bit. Just a little bit. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, that swoosh would have got you a bucket, dog.
That swoosh would have got you all the recruits. I'm telling y'all, man, these 16, 17-year-old kids don't want them Tom Brady threes. Damn, Cam Newton.
It's a wild world we live in, brother.
Cam Newton 8s.
I don't think Cam Newton made it to 8 versions of his shoe, bro.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah, it should not have made it that far. Actually, not to go off subject, but y'all reminded me. Somebody posted the old pennies, the penny ones.
Yeah.
Those were so tough.
Tough.
Those were so tough. Penny shoes were so underrated.
Tough. They were clean.
Anyway, y'all brought up shoes and got my mind.
Hold on, what company were they with?
That was with Nike.
Okay, all right.
He wanted you to help him.
All right.
But the Iversons was hard too, and they were Reebok, and ain't nobody wearing Reebok.
And that's my Allen Iverson is my. Everybody knows that's my everything.
That's your dog.
He ain't winning not a damn thing neither. So
Hey, all I'll say is when Kobe was winning Adidas, ain't won nothing. Go
they
tonight,
did. They won 3.
Mike.
That we not. I didn't bring up them.
Mike. What I was trying to say, well, no, hold on. Did he win his first one with the Adidas?
He won 3. The first 3 with Adidas.
I thought they was Nike.
No, those were Adidas. I have them.
Oh, okay.
Those are the only Adidas I probably do have. But let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Because let's get back to the transfer portal before we get into what we're really here for and spend the last little 20 minutes of the show on. Real quick, a lot of, like you said, Mike, you alluded to it earlier. It's a lot of transfer portal movement going on, especially in the women's college basketball world. What do you attribute it to, Mike? What's going on? Why are we getting all these transfer portals in women's college basketball at such a rapid rate right now, like never before? What's going on, man?
My OG puts me on game, and he tells me a lot of stuff about different things. About different sports, mainly football, but we talk about just sports in general. And he's told me most of these kids that get in the transfer portal, and when I say most, a large amount don't go anywhere. I think the problem is, again, going back to what we were talking about with John Morant, the generations, there are no consequences. Well, they don't see the consequences immediately. For example, a kid is thinking, I'm jumping in the transfer portal. The consequence to that is you're probably not going to get picked up. They don't see that yet until it actually happens to them. As opposed to older generations, if somebody told us something that might not happen, we may be prone to not doing it because we know we've either seen someone that's going through it or they told us we got game and we got told to not do that. Like if somebody tell you back in the day, don't put your hand on the fire, 9 times out of 10, most of us wouldn't have put our hands on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
These kids would just jump in the fire, do the Dougie, do hump the fire, you know what I'm saying, and not trip off of nothing. So I think a lot of promises are made to these kids, or they're talking to other people. Like, for example, if they jump into the transfer portal, they might have a friend at a school, and the friend is telling them, yeah, if you jump in the transfer portal, and then that friend is just a friend that plays on the team that has no pull to get that kid pulled in, So I just think it's a lot of it. We're in the trophy era. Everybody get a trophy era. So I think that's a lot of it. But I also think there's no rules either to the transfer portal. Similar to NIL, we talked about there are no ramifications. I want everybody to get paid. I want everybody to have the freedom to go where you want to go. But it should be something in a clause, in something to prevent these. Because there's a lot of kids that aren't going anywhere, bro. It's a lot of them.
Yeah. No, you bring up some great points. And then I'll pass it to you in just a second, Coach. One thing I just want to throw in there, if you saw the transfer portal for college basketball for men's and men's and women's, I'm so excited to get this out that I'm over your tongue tied. They transfer portal literally started right in the middle of the tournament.
That's how football is.
Like I don't know if y'all paid attention to that. Like literally in the middle of the tournament, you have to worry about getting your team ready for a one and done situation and worry about your future on who you could possibly get on your team at the same time. So imagine that as a coach, which I'm gonna pass it off to you, Coach. Going on with this NIL transfer thing, kind of throw your 2 cents on it right now, because there's a lot of women that's in that portal that's trying to get picked up right now.
Yeah, I mean, what Mike said is right, and it's something we talked about that's not often talked about. When you hear transfer portal on social media, in the news, you always hear about the big name guys that end up at a bigger, better program. You don't hear about the more than 50% of kids that enter the transfer portal and don't get picked up. And now they're sitting on the couch, not playing anywhere, gave up their scholarship, gave up their free education because they didn't want to sit behind somebody and learn for a couple years, like how you normally do in college. They're so used to being the man because they were the man in middle school and they were the man in high school. And then to get to college and you're playing with grown ass men and you realize, or you're told, I should say, that you're not the man right away. And some of these kids can't take that. So they want to go, oh, well, they're not going to be played there. So I'm going to go this place. Or I'm going to go in the portal. Somebody else will pick me up. But when you go in the portal, what happens is that vacates your scholarship to the team. while you're sitting there trying to be a free agent looking for somewhere else to go, those coaches are recruiting. Mm-hmm. By the time you figure out that you ain't got nowhere else to go, well, now your scholarship might be gone at your original school. Plus, you might have burned a bridge because that coaching staff might be like, nah, you were too good for us. Remember? Bye. So, it's my solve for the transfer portal probably will never happen, but I would go back something similar to what it used to be. So what it used to be was you could transfer anywhere you wanted. Mm-hmm. You just had to sit out a year.
Yep, I remember that.
So I feel like something like that would give these kids pause of, is this what I really want to do? Now the only exceptions I would make to the sit out a year rule would be if your coach left, then okay, you could transfer somewhere else and play right away because that coach is the one that brought you into the program. Yeah. You were sold on them. Yeah. Now they're gone. You should have the freedom to go somewhere else. Cool. I'm good with that. Agreed. Or if you can actually prove some type of gross negligence by the program, that you show physically a way that you were treated unfairly and that you need a fresh start somewhere else. Those two instances, in my opinion, you can go somewhere else and play right away. Other than that, transfer anywhere you'd like to. You just have to sit out a year. I guarantee the transfer portal numbers would plummet.
I actually like that. Just so you know, we make clips, Coach. I'm clipping that, and we're going to tag NCAA. So if they happen to use that plan, I don't
think I'm getting a royalty check, but
regardless, Coach, I am a good talker. I will find a way to get your check if NCAA uses your suggestion. So, hey, NCAA, we got people working for you, and we ain't even getting paid for it. But I'm gonna let you know right now, if you listen to DMK Sports Podcast and use Coach's suggestion, cut the check. Cut the check. Anyway,
I'll take it.
We done enough sports talk. We got about 15, 20 minutes left. Let's get to the gusto of what we are here for, because we are here to celebrate you, Coach. Celebrate you and dime you. So for those who aren't hip like the rest of us and don't know exactly what dime you is, please be so kind to remind these kind folks what exactly is dime you and what are you doing in the DMV area that is so magical right now.
I appreciate the kind words. So Dime U started, this is year 3. So 3 years ago, started out as a quarterback training program for, youth and high school quarterbacks in the area. I did have the aspiration to begin a 7-on-7 team, but was originally planning on that to be a year 2 venture. However, just had a bunch of kids that say, hey, you should do 7-on-7. So kind of threw together a makeshift tryout that first year, put together one 18U team, and went out and had a season and ended up turning a few heads, beating a nationally ranked team. And then all the buzz began. So yeah, we're into year 3 now. Growing by leaps and bounds, thankfully in the right ways. We've got a 15U and an 18U team now. We still do the quarterback training, so that is absolutely still a part of it. A lot of the, not all, but a lot of the quarterbacks that we have in our 7-on-7 program also train with me for the quarterback training. But so during quarterback training, I'm training probably over the course of the winter, spring, and summer, about 35 different quarterbacks, youth and high school and college. All throughout the Maryland, DC, Virginia area. But yeah, no, we're right in the midst of our season. Just won our first 7-on-7 championship. So
yeah,
it was, 3 years in the making. Sounds like a long time, but I don't know that a lot of teams win a championship in their first couple years. So taking one home in year 3, we're proud of it. And, we're going to hopefully carry that momentum on.
Nice. Hey, congratulations, Coach. Congratulations, players. All right. Hey, big ups, because, hey, trust me, Coach loves it that you guys are taking what you, are practicing and replicating it when it matters. Hey, that's a blessing in disguise. Mike T, obviously, part of 613, founder, creator of it. You have been side by side with Coach doing a lot of the media, making sure we always get the scoop with Coach. Kind of give the audience, from your perspective, the journey that you have been on to watch Dime U grow. Kind of give us your perception on that.
Okay, so I'm more so not media with WNBA. I'm more so a supporter
Mm-hmm.
WNBA. Because sometimes I just want to be out there and just, be with the team, to be honest.
Represent. I know.
Be with the team, yeah. So sometimes you might not see me recorded. Sometimes, like, I recorded on Sunday and the 18U. I told him, matter of fact, here we go. I told him, I don't remember what day of the week it was. I texted him. I said, I think Sunday is going to be special. Something is going to pop on Sunday.
He
I
did say
didn't
that.
know which one. I don't remember which one, which team, which 18U or 15U. I just knew something was special. And I took a couple of parents that I'm cool with, I said the same thing to them. Um, Man, I've been here since year two. I've been around since year two. Last year I didn't go to as many tournaments. This year I've been to quite a few tournaments. I'm still going to be going to a couple more tournaments. Um, but let me just tell you this, man. Sunday, 15U, they showed up. They showed up big. They was 2-1 in pool play. Um, and from that point on, once the playoffs started, they just locked in. Once they won, I'm not gonna lie to you, I cried. I did cry. I did.
He did. I saw him getting emotional.
I
He
got
definitely did.
emotional, and I'm gonna explain why. This dude, man, if y'all, I'm getting kind of emotional right now. This dude right here, if it wasn't for him, it would be no Coach Drip. And I mean that. I don't mean me, the person, as a human being. I mean just Coach Drip, everything about it. Moco Center would not have gotten perfected. The access that we get to certain things, doing Blair's uniform reveal, it would never have happened if it wasn't for Coach Urso. Coach Urso, you know what I'm saying? He got the kids, and we need to bring that back this year, Urso. He had the kids the first year we was covering, like we really started covering Blair. He had the kids asking me what uniform they should wear. So we need to bring that back. But he had them, they called me the drip coach at first. And I was like, I ain't really like that. Remember, Mar, I ain't really like that. So I was like, Coach Drip.
Yeah.
So he has been a big success, helpful success to us. And I was there. I was emotional because I was there with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the kids I got a connection with, but I got a connection with the coaches. The Coach Zay, every time I see him, he shows me love. Coach Troy, Coach Kevin, Coach Baker, Coach Chris, they all show me love. And yeah, man, it was dope. It was dope. I bring the speaker out every time I come with them. I go with them to ATU. They seem to enjoy the go-go. And yeah, I mean, it's just dope to see. Like, I think it's on the up. Should be playing the national schedule soon. I don't know when that will happen, but it should happen soon. But you got some dope kids, and that's what I was going to ask you, Urso. Highlight some of the kids, man.
Oh man, it's too many to name. I got stories for all of them. We've got 20 kids on the 18U and 20 on the 15U, and each and every one of them has earned their way. Like I said, I could give you a story about all of them. I've got 2 on my 18U that have been with Dime U since year 1. So this is their 3rd year with us. They were freshmen on our 18U team when we first started and barely had anybody. That's Junior Rodriguez and Jaden Parker. So they've been there from day one. A bunch of great returning guys. Like I said, I almost feel bad naming people because I'm not going to name everybody, but Elijah Butler's been huge. Elijah Butler's been huge. Absolute monster of a receiver and safety for us. Corey Martin, amazing athlete. One of the emotional leaders of the team. Just too many guys to name. And then on the 15U, the 15U was unique in the sense that, so last year was the first year we had a 15U, and all but 2 of those guys aged up to the 18U.
Mm.
So we only had 2 guys returning to the 15U this year. That's Malachi Rice and Lucas Copeland. So we had to fill the rest of that roster with all new guys. So to watch that group come together and gel and go from where they were the first tournament, which was they were deer in the headlights, you know, and we told them they would be, you know, because when you get to these tournaments, and Mike T can tell you, it's, you know, it's a lot going on, man. And it's fast. You know, these are all-star teams. You're not out here dealing with a local 7-on-7 high school team. Like these guys, all these teams are handpicked. Yeah. So it took them a little while to find their footing and to figure out each other and the speed of the game and how to play with each other. How to play together. And you know, it all kind of came together this past weekend. So
nice.
You know, 3 guys that really, or 4 guys that really come to mind on the 15U that were, I think I mentioned as our top 4 when we were there. Wilt Cameron won our MVP for the tournament. He actually plays quarterback at Blake, but for us plays receiver and DB. He's just that talented of an athlete. So he was all over the field for us. You know, Alonzo was, you know, he's a deadly receiver and DB. Again, another guy that plays quarterback at his high school. He was on the JV last year at Einstein. Samaje from Wise High School. Super high football IQ with this kid. It's going to sound like a broken record. He played quarterback as well for Wise on their JV, but plays running back, receiver, DB for us. But just super high IQ guy. And then Ja'Cory Harris, also at Wise High School, receiver and DB that, you know, just he's very similar actually to, he's like a younger version of Corey on the 18U. Like very an emotional player, but his emotion kind of carries over to the rest of the team. So you'll see him a lot of times get excited. He doesn't say a whole lot outside of the game, but on the field, that's where he lets his emotion out.
Hey, love it, man. I'm glad you did that, Coach. Shout out and highlight just some of your players.
And by the way, there's far too.
Exactly.
I could say,
I got you.
Paragraphs about everybody.
Hey, I got. Hold on, Mar. I got. Hey, I got you. 18U. Let me get some shots. Hey, Mar. What his name is? What's his name? What we call him? Elijah. He's on down.
Elijah Bond, another great addition. So Elijah.
Someone else. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Elijah's been, you know, I knew about Elijah from obviously playing in the county, but I had never met him till he came to the tryout and saw, you know, I'm evaluating him before I even know who he is. I'm evaluating him looking at a number, basically.
Hold on.
Because, yes, I met him at the Drippy Bowl. But I didn't remember his face when we were at the tryout. He was a kid wearing a sticker.
Yes.
At the tryout.
Yes.
And I'm evaluating him, and I'm like, this kid's a hell of a receiver. And then come to find out who he is and that he's actually a running back. So we use him at both spots. We use him at receiver. We use him at running back. He's made plays at both, plays DB. You know, I was trying to think. Micah Scott is another one that's absolute technician. Particularly defensively. I mean, this kid's technique is damn near flawless. And, you know, he's a teammate of Elijah Butler over there at Bowie High School. He was on our 15U last year, and he's made the transition to 18U seamlessly.
Wow.
You know, you kind of worry about these kids coming up from 15U. Okay, how are they going to adjust to the 18U game? And, you know, he has come through.
He's like, I got it.
Flying colors.
Got to also give shots out to both of the ATU quarterbacks. One who is a resident, Moco Center resident, Hunter Humphreys, and my main man, Jacob Zarin. Hey, man, they've been balling out too as well. They've been balling out too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, There's too many to name. I'm gonna feel bad when we're done with this, and
I
you're
know.
gonna be like, "How come you just not talk about me? I talk about all y'all."
No,
Man.
but that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. Players, please don't feel bad. What coach is saying
Oh my gosh,
is he has love for every last one of y'all on the roster.
all y'all.
Yeah, it's a family. Dom,
It's a fam.
I'm gonna say
Okay?
Dom Hughes are definitely a family. Shout out to all the parents as well. I
Yes.
said that in my post. Shout out to all the parents as well. With the parents, all of them talk to me now. You know what I'm saying? We just be over there talking. Now they be requesting music. You know what I'm saying? The parents be wanting to hear the old go go, and I'd be like, I don't know if that's gonna work for them. But you know what I'm saying? I gave them a little bit of it on Sunday, and they was partying to it. So it's pretty dope. And I'll be trying not to play the go-go with cursing in it. But then everybody be like, dog, do you hear what they playing? I'm like, yeah, but Coach Drip got an image, baby.
Yeah, Coach Good got an image. Got an image.
Yeah,
But
no, actually, it was a really cool moment when we were doing the team picture after the championship with the 15U.
no.
We actually had took a regular team picture, and then we had a bunch of the parents and siblings were there, so we had them come in the picture also. So we had one picture that had everybody
How
And I
dope?
because the parents are a huge part of it.
How dope is that, Coach? That you got the family involved with your program, because this isn't just about you and your players. Like, it takes those parents, it takes those families to be
Oh,
part of this. How important is that?
it's huge, man. It's everything. I mean, without parents that are involved and families that are involved, it really can put the kids behind an eight ball and make it difficult for them both. I would love to be able to pay for everything, but that's just not how the world works. I'm not independently wealthy.
Mm.
Um, so financially, all getting them where they need to go, all of those things are great. Like even this weekend, we have a tournament coming up. We leave tomorrow up in Pennsylvania. Um, we've got a bunch of parents coming up with their kids, but we've got some other kids who parents aren't able to come. So we've got two big Airbnbs, but we've got parents driving kids up to the Airbnbs. So, it definitely, it takes a village for sure.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I'm glad you brought that up, because as this airs today, you'll be in Pennsylvania. Besides Pennsylvania, if there's a website or anything that people are curious to, get more information about Dime, go ahead, drop that real quick for them.
Sure. So obviously you can go on Instagram, is Dime U QB training 7v7. Uh, the website is dimeuqb.com. So all the information is there. You won't find the schedule on the website. You will see the schedule is on Instagram.
Okay.
But you'll have information there on 7-on-7 tryouts and, when the next session starts for the quarterback training and all that stuff. But yeah, so we've got 3 tournaments left. The one up in Pennsylvania that we'll be at when this airs. We're off next weekend for Easter. Then we've got the One Motion tournament up in Baltimore, and then the C1N Cam Newton tournament that was supposed to be in DC, but they just called us yesterday and have rescheduled because they had a venue issue. It's actually going to be in Virginia Beach.
Mm.
So look at Mike's face. So we are. I'm going to speak to the parents and the players and see if that's something that we want to do or if we want to find a different option.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Just because of the distance. But we'll see. Hopefully it works out and we can get down there. We have had a tournament in Virginia Beach before. It was a good time. The kids enjoyed it. But we'll see how that plays out.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, as you see, hey Dom, you getting all over the whole Hampton Roads, DMV area. Okay, yeah, I know about Hampton Roads. I know about VA, baby. Y'all used to catch me on Princess Anne all the time. See, I ain't know.
There you go.
Yeah, I know your boy knew that. No, that's good information to have, because if I happen to be on the East Coast, maybe for a certain cookout in July, y'all had an event going on. I didn't know, but no, that's good information right there. Any final words you want to give, to the supporters, family, friends of anything Dime U related you want to go and throw out there, Coach, man? Hey, floor is yours. Go ahead.
No, man, we appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate all y'all at 613, Wild Card and Coach Drip. You guys have always been big supporters, even from the very beginning. I remember doing this when when I first met y'all, we were getting ready for year 2 Dime U, and you guys jumped in with both feet and just were all about love and support. And, that's what I tried to show back to y'all. But yeah, I mean, our players, the families of our players, I don't want to call them fans, but for lack of a better term, there are a lot of people that follow us and support us. We appreciate all y'all, man. None of it goes unnoticed. All the likes, all the shares, all the comments, it's all love. We're trying to do something big in this area, and we're just, we're trying to keep it what it is. We're not going to be getting too big for ourselves. We are what we are, and we want to. Our focus is on the kids. Is not on anything else. Our focus is on producing good, solid young men.
Love it.
Who have good, solid athletic futures.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, and Coach, I just want to correct you on one thing. Y'all aren't trying. Y'all are doing. Difference. There's a difference.
I appreciate that.
And as a adopted Moco brother, man, I'm just so happy. To be in your presence every time that we get together. I always enjoy it. Two, I just enjoy meeting people like you who are practicing what they preach. Their words and their actions line up. And you have always been consistent with not only myself and Mike, you've been consistent with us at 613. Hey, man, we always going to give you your flowers because that's how much we love you, bro. All right? So
I appreciate that.
You keep pushing.
And actually, one thing I forgot to mention, I don't think Mike even knows this because I just kind of realized this the other day when I put it on a spreadsheet. So we've had 7-on-7 for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We have, with the kids that are signing now that have signed for college, we have had 19 Dime U athletes that are now either playing in college or committed to playing college next year.
I love it.
Throughout 2 years of 7-on-7, we've got 19 kids that are either in or going to be in college playing ball.
I love it, Coach. Hey, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Hey, Mike T, man. Hey, give Coach your last flowers before we get up out of here.
Hey, man, listen, he already know how I feel about the U. I got nothing but love for the U. I got nothing but love for the coaches. I definitely want to give the coaches props as well. Baker, Chris, Zay, Kevin, Troy. I just want to give all the coaches props because they always show me love, and I know they genuinely care about what they're doing with the kids and for the kids. So I just want to make sure they get their props. And hey, listen, man, clip this, Mar.
Got you.
Stop! Come! Listen, y'all dap me up at the games. Come on, man. We want to highlight y'all on the show too. We want to get y'all on the show. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all flowers as well. Y'all are family to me. You know what I'm saying? If this is news to you, I'm letting you know you family to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel y'all Urso boy. Y'all my boys. So wanted to put that out there. Also,
come on the show, coaches. Hey, we all Dime U. We all fan, baby.
Listen, 18U, 15U, do your thing in Pennsylvania, rep for the DMV, do your thing. And lastly, Dribble Bowl 3, we coming for you, sucker.
You better bring a suitcase.
Ooh! Oh, this talking is going on. Hey,
he got some of my kids that I had from last year. So
my kids, some of my kids.
Hey, they yours now, but they were mine. They was with me first. They was with me first. The county had to look at Coach Drip's list, and it was like, okay,
yeah, we'll paste that.
So now they with you. So I'm gonna have to play them next year. We coming for y'all next year. We winning the Dribble Bowl 3. We got to.
Hey man,
it was fun. It was fun. But if I were you, I would make the goal winning a game instead of winning the whole thing. Just win one.
That's fine. Don't worry.
I don't think y'all understand how I'm enjoying this little petty little junk talk moment right here that they have.
Oh, it's all love, man. He knows.
Oh no, trust me. I know. I trust me. Hey, if you understand the dynamic of this relationship, this is funny.
Listen, I wrote this nice, heartfelt message to this man, and he said, "Oh, I feel so bad, bro." He put that right out there on me. I said, "Oh, I love it," because he knew that if I would have won, I would have did the same thing.
Oh, absolutely, the same thing in return. I know that's what I'm trying to tell the people. They don't understand the dynamic. This is hilarious.
So, Wildcard, he he wrote me this message, this 3-paragraph message about how great it was and all this stuff. And it was a great event that he put on. It was his idea and it was awesome. The whole time he must have been writing this message, I didn't know. I'm working on that little video that you came to see. You know, the one where I'm like holding him like a baby and all that stuff. He sends me that message literally as I'm hitting send, or as I'm hitting post on the video. So I write him back. I'm like, oh man, you really gonna hate what I just saw? What I just posted.
Hey, coach, you ain't even think about Audible. You just ran with it.
No, because
I expect nothing else. I expect nothing else.
The amount of work I put into that.
He's like, damn, I shouldn't.
That was
send.
That was a solid hour and a half of work.
Hey, Mike. He's like, damn, I shouldn't hit send.
Nah, but again, I thank you for your help for helping me, man. Because
no, of course,
I tell you, man, you put me on like it's dope, man. It's dope. I got nothing but love for the U. I wear my U clothes to work. You know what I'm saying? I got my sweatsuit I wore to see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Wait, Armand. I know they don't wear helmets in 707. Well, they wear the soft helmets in 707.
No.
We're gonna have like Oregon. They're gonna have like 18 different uniforms.
It's almost turned into a clothing brand. As much as I see Dime U stuff at like not just the school I coach, not just at Blair, but everywhere. It's wild.
Well,
you know, go ahead,
why, coach. You know why, coach? And this is what I love what you're doing. You're not just taking players that you coach at your high school. Dime U is a DMV type of collective little all-star team got going on. So speak on that real quick. I know we're supposed to go, but in this our show, we do whatever. No, speak on that real quick because this is literally a DMV collective unit. This is representing for the city and the county and the state that you guys are in. This is not just where you're at. This is representation of y'all area. Talk about it.
For sure. So I mean, between the two teams, like I said, we have 40 athletes from 22 different high schools. All throughout, we've got Montgomery County, PG County, DC, Howard County, private schools, all over the area. Frederick County. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we had that, and that's the guys that made the team. At the tryout, we had over 120 from, I believe it was 8 different counties and private schools. So it was 42 different schools that had attended the tryout. But yeah, no, it's been the response has been beyond anything that I had ever anticipated. I was just year one when we had one team, I was happy to get 30 kids out there to try out and then pick 20 of them. But to have the response that we have, and I mean, I get messages 2-3 times a week from kids asking, is it too late to try out? So even now throughout the season, people are wanting to be a part of what we do. And I tell our players all the time, I said, this is y'all. They want to be a part of you guys. It's not me. It's not Coach Kev or Coach Zay or Coach Chris, Coach Bake, Troy. They want to be y'all. They want to be included in this fraternity that y'all have created. And it's just, it's special. I think I like to think that our guys take pride in being able to wear that uniform and say that they are a part of the U.
Nice. See, that's what I'm talking about, Coach. It's stuff like that I was telling you earlier. Y'all not trying. Y'all are doing. The response that y'all getting, that's result of y'all doing, not trying. The love, support that y'all getting, even right now, it's not because y'all trying, because y'all doing. And we gonna continue to support y'all while y'all keep doing. So with all that being said, if they want to tap into just you personally, Coach, go ahead, drop your socials for the people real quick.
Jeez, I gotta look. I don't even know what they are. Y'all young ones have this stuff memorized. So let's see. On Instagram is joe.urso10. And then of course, the Dime U is Dime U QB training 7v7 on Instagram. And yeah, man, that's it. Y'all can get at me either one of those ways. We do have a Twitter. I'm not going to take the time to look that up right now, but you type in Dime U or Joe Urso, you'll find me.
Hey, Mike, drop the socials for the people's man.
Okay, so for the help about see, I'm Dom you customer service as well. He know what I'm talking about.
He did
Dom,
get it, by the way.
huh?
He did get it, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I thought I was send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, you did.
Okay, got you. Dom you QB training on Twitter and Coach Joe Urso on Twitter as well. But you can find me, Coach Drip _ Mike T on Twitter, Coach Drip _ Mike T on Instagram, Michael Turner on Facebook, 613A, everything. Fridays with Maryland Tech. He's our offensive coordinator on Maryland Tech as well.
Yeah. No doubt.
Oh,
We ain't
and
been watching.
actually,
We've been killing.
Since we're on the subject of social media, London talked me into making a Dime U TikTok.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have a TikTok now.
Yes, and looks like that's news to Coach.
Is Dime U 7v7 QB training on TikTok.
All right, Coach. Yeah. Hey, there's going to be a point in time we're all going to make a whole bunch of money. We're going to get you a social media team, so you won't have to worry about that in the future, Coach. All right, don't even worry about that. But hey,
I enjoy making the posts. I just can't memorize all the daggone names.
You sound like such an old head.
I am. I turned 46 a couple weeks ago. Damn it! Hey, let my gray come in now.
Hey, I see it. That's wisdom, baby. Hey, man, y'all know where to find me. Go on over to Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar. And if you can't find me over there on my Twitter page, my personal Twitter page, make sure you bring your asses on over here to the 613 Faye Production YouTube channel every Saturday where you can catch me and the fam at D-Man-K Sports Podcast. If you can't find us there, hey, we also on In the Four Corners of Wrestling. We throwing fours up and throwing quads down. Mike T be on Fridays with, Maryland Tech with our coach. Our OC, Joe Urso, our OC. Yeah, he's in there. Hey, Maryland Tech, we running things right now. Hey,
This summer, he'll be our quarterback on Montgomery U.
Hey, you heard.
I'm glad virtual me is getting it done too.
Hey, boss like, baby.
We undefeated right now, Maryland Tech.
Undefeated,
That's
baby.
What's up.
So besides me playing all-star safety, Coach Drip being putting all it together, and of course Urso being our OC.
I'm redshirted.
Yeah, he redshirted. I'm like all pro, all defense, safety. Like I'm a headhunter. I'll knock it out.
Of course.
Anyway, regardless, if you can't find us on Friday with Maryland Tech, all the information, all the shows we got Saturday, and if you missed last week, if you saw, wow, hey, that boy's vocals is crazy. Hey, Wild Stats came back, and then of course, yes, the Hollywood Rant came back. Hey, man, we got content for you for days. So you take your asses on over 613 Faye Productions. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Let you know when we drop new content. Oh, did they miss that? Mike T dropped a Dime U special on 613 too?
Yes.
See? You missed that too. That's why you got to hit that notification. So with all that being said, in memoriam of our great brother, Jae Jones, he says, "I ain't got to go home. You got to get your asses up out of here. We shut the door on y'all. We out. Peace. It's all about the you."